Hello friends, today we will discuss the current issues of the Indian economy. It will be in multiple choice question form. So we will discuss topics like GDP, growth, unemployment, inflation, government policies and globalization. So all topics are important, and if you know the answer, kindly write down the answer whenever question is completed. So, question number one, which term describes the coexistence of high inflation and stagnating growth in an economy? A. Deflation, B. Stagflation, C. Hyperinflation, D. Recession. Before seeing the answer, please write the answer yourself. So, answer is B, that is stagflation. India's most post-pandemic period saw high consumer price inflation while economic growth slowed in some quarters. Stagflation refers to a scenario where inflation is high, but economic growth is very slow and unemployment is also high, causes concern for policy makers. India's GDP growth, second question, India's GDP growth rate for financial year 25 is projected to be approximately A 3%, B 6.5%, C 9%, D 12%. Answer is B, that is 6.5%. The National Statistical Office reported India's real GDP for the year is US dollar 2.2 trillion with 6.5 growth. Estimates from financial institutions indicate India will register a 6.5% GDP growth, making it one of the fastest growing major economies. Question number 3. What is the primary cause behind recent increase in unemployment in India? A. Population decline, B. Slow manufacturing sector growth, C. Service sector boom, D. High agricultural productivity. Answer is B, that is slow manufacturing sector growth. Despite a large workforce, sectors like manufacturing and services struggle to generate enough new jobs. Slow growth in manufacturing and limited expansion in other sectors have led to rising joblessness, especially among youth entering the workforce. Question number 4, which is a major challenge for India's long-term goal in 2025? A. Trade surplus, B. Food inflation, C. Rising oil reserves, D. Shrinking labor force. Answer is B, that is food inflation. Food inflation has remained above 8%, affecting household budgets and consumption. Persistent food inflation erodes purchasing power and impacts overall economic stability of the country. Question number 5. The Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, MGNREGA, guarantees a 50 days wage employment per year, B. Only urban jobs, C. 100 days wage employment per year, D. Free business loans. Answer is C. 100 days wage employment per year. Rural households can apply for work and receive wages for up to 100 days each year under this act. MGNREGA is a government scheme designed to ensure the right to work in rural India. Question number 6. What has been the trend in India's export sector in FY25 or financial year 2025? A. Declining sharply, B. Growth with engineering goods leading, C. Static, D. Dominated by agricultural goods. Answer is B. Engineering goods made up over 1/4 of India's total exports in 2025. Engineering, petroleum, and electronic goods are major export sectors driving India's resilience. Question number 7. Which policy was introduced in Bihar to stimulate industrial investment in 2025? A. Digital India policy, B. Exit policy 2025, C. Rural housing scheme, D. GST. Answer is B, that is Exit Policy 2025. Entrepreneurs can return land, foreclosed units, and reclaim lease amounts under this policy. Bihar's Exit Policy 2025 frees up industrial land for new businesses, supporting industrial development. Question number 8. India's foreign exchange reserves in September 2024 stood at A less than $100 billion, B more than $700 billion, C $500 billion, D $300 billion. Answer is B, more than $700 billion. The reserves cover more than 12 months' worth of imports, strengthening India's external position. High reserves help cushion against external economic shocks and currency fluctuations. Question number 8. Buffer stock financing facility is provided by which organization? A. World Bank, B. RBI, C. IMF, and D. ADB. Answer is C. IMF, International Monetary Fund. The IMF supports countries struggling with commodity price shocks. IMF's facility helps members to manage imbalances caused by buffer stock for commodities. Question number 9. India's current account deficit in financial year 25 narrowed mainly due to reduced imports, B. higher net receipts from services, C. ban on foreign investments, D. stock market surge. Answer is B, that is higher net receipts from services. Income, IT, information and technology, and business services exports helped to improve the balance. Growth in services and secondary income reduced the current account deficit to 0.6% of the GDP. Question number 9. Which act aimed to provide right to work in rural areas? A. Companies Act, B. MG-Narega, C. GST Act, D. SEZ Act. Answer is B. MG-Narega. MG-Narega offers guaranteed wage work for 100 days annually. The Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act aims to enhance rural employment. Question number 10. Which sector has shown robust growth in India post-pandemic? A. Mining, B. Real estate, C. Household consumption, D. Textiles. Answer is C. Household consumptions. Private consumption has grown at 7.8% annually since 2021. Household consumption has led India's recovery, being a key growth driver. Question number 10. Sluggish manufacturing sector impacts India's household. A. Household consumption, B. Job growth, C. Technology exports, D. Agricultural output. Answer is B. Job growth. Factories not hiring leads to rising unemployment, especially among youth. Slow manufacturing hampers employment generation and economic momentum. Question number 11. Which agency forecast India's GDP growth at 6.3% in financial year 25-26? A. World Bank, B. OECD, C. Niti Aayog, D. RBI. Answer is B. OECD. OECD's economic outlook gives India's growth rate of 6.3% for 2025-26. International agencies expect India to remain a growth leader, but with some slowdown. In question number 11, which India's FDI flows in financial year 25 is A. declined, B. reached record level, C. led by agriculture, D. stagnant. Answer is B. FDI inflows were rupees 4,21,929 crore, that is $49.3 billion, up 15% from financial year 24. Investment is supported by strong policy, environment, and market size. Question number 12. High inflation in India is mainly driven by A. core industries, B. global food and energy price shocks, C. devaluation of rupee, D. political instability. Answer is B. global food and energy price shocks. A global rise in food and fuel price affected India's consumers in 2022-25. Supply chain disruptions and commodity price increase push inflation higher. Question number 13, which is not a recent government focus to boost economic growth? A. Infrastructure investment. B. Skill development. C. Currency devaluation. D. Support for SMEs. Answer is C. Currency devaluation. Policies emphasize roads, housing, skills, and business support, not rupee devaluation. Government priorities target sustainable, inclusive growth, not devaluation. Next question is India is projected to be the world's largest economy by 2026. A second, B third, C fourth, D fifth. Answer is C fourth. India surpassed UK in 2022 and is on course to overtake Germany soon. Global projections suggest India will become the fourth largest economy by 2026. Next question, what contributed to narrowing India's trade deficit in 2025? A. Higher export of services. B. Oil exploration. C. Import ban. And D. Subsidies. Answer is A. That is higher export of services. Software and business services export help the trade balance, improve performance in services sector. Exports reduce the trade gap. Next question is, which is a key risk for India's economic outlook in 2025? A. Population decline. B. Fiscal indiscipline. C. Low consumer sentiment. D. Global economic uncertainty. Answer is D. Global economic uncertainty. US monetary tightening and geopolitical tensions affect India's exports and capital flows. External factors like global recession and supply shocks pose risks to India's progress.